Eva's mother and her husband Harry, right? They used to drive down every year. They'd leave, like in November.
Yeah.
And they had all different kinds of jobs all the way down from Massachusetts to Florida. Little jobs they used to do for different people in different states. And they lived in St. Pete. They had the winter place in St. Pete. And they both worked while they were down there. Mrs. Steele, Eva's mother, she was a love, Bessie. And that's what they did every year for years. So that's why Joe and Eva decided to move, because Mrs. Steele loved Joe. And she said he could get something down there, you know? So that's why they were, when they first went down, they bought a little house. And what they would do was fix it up, and Eva would like take the cushions and things on the couches and the chairs, and then she'd do the curtains, she'd do everything, and then they'd sell it, and they'd buy another one. They did that for about 10 or 15 years, but then Joe got that job with the government, inspecting houses for the federal housing and for the veterans. Well, he was smart anyway. Joe was brilliant. Him and Flo were real smart. Because he didn't want to work on the railroad with Uncle Jamesy and Mark and Paul, you know. They worked the railroad. Joe didn't want to and Pat didn't want to. They didn't want the railroad. Although they made better money there, but they still didn't want it.
Too much family involved.
Yeah, well, like I said, Jamesy, Uncle James, went to work on the railroad when he was 14 years old. I think he helped lay the first tie out of Boston, I don't know. But he was there all his life. And then he got Mark in, and then he got Paul in. They always worked anyway, all of them. Ellie and Flo. None didn't work long. And she was always taking care of everyone anyway.